All right, 2025. We're days away, honestly, from the new year. Now, I'm not really one to kind of say new year, new me. I think it's same me, but just evolving, consistently evolving, and always finding new ways to reflect, analyze, what went right, what went wrong, or didn't go wrong, but just didn't go the way I maybe anticipated it, and kind of realigning with what it is that I feel like are the next steps for me to take. And as I'm sure you are as well, I'm pretty sure, maybe not everyone is sitting down and thinking about, okay, cool. These are the things I'm going to apply to the new year. These are the things I'm going to take, or I'm going to drop and leave behind. And this is what I'm going to do differently. But for me, I would definitely say I'm a very reflective person, someone that likes to think about what it is that I within my control that I'll be able to kind of move forward and do. Um, so yeah, I'm back. And this video is literally just to kind of a little bit of positive energy, just to kind of let you know to keep going for yourself and for me as well. Um, yeah, 2024, what a year, right? I mean, it has been literally a draining year of unfortunate news being, shown across the news, social media, etc. And I feel like everybody kind of is at that stage where it's like, let's leave England. What is the new thing to get into? How can we get rich? How can we avoid, poverty and just living month to month in a sense? And yeah, this is just a reminder to keep going. Like for me, I'm one of these people where I would say there are times I definitely feel the pressure and I can feel the frustration in myself boiling up and wanting to find a way out. But and in doing so, actually, I can't hide my emotions. If you're good friends with me, you would know that like honestly, like if I'm feeling happy, I'm gonna make you feel happy. If I'm feeling a little bit down, as much as I try to conceal it or whatever, you probably notice it. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'd say that's one of my strengths. I wouldn't even say that's a weakness. You know what you're getting when you're around me. I just keep it thorough. So yeah, for me, it's just about understanding and accepting the year for what it is. Everybody's going through something, whether it's health, financial, um, family, mental, spiritually. But this is just a reminder like things happen in their own time, God's timing. And I would say that is kind of where I'm at right now. Like I've got full belief in just trusting the process. To my left on my board, um, I wrote it in November on the 14th, and I just said like trust the process, bro. Because honestly, it's like there's so many times I have written up, detailed plans in my book, my books, my workbook and stuff like that about what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna do this and how I'm gonna do that. But it gets to a point where it's just like I'm looking back on certain pages, and yes, you can be thorough and you can be consistent in consistently making plans, but I really do believe in God's timing and my relationship to God. There's times where I'm consistent with praying. I don't go to church. I don't have any particular religion. I'm just spiritual, and I believe in trying to be the best version of yourself. Despite none of us are perfect. None of us, even if you're an atheist, I'm sure there's just some sort of gratitude in yourself where you're able to reflect and understand and think about all the different things um, that are revolving around you, and being able to be grateful for what it is that you have. And I think I'm at that stage now where I'm just like, I used this last year to kind of just get back to my normal self and just allow myself to be committed in the process. And that meant, for instance, taking up part-time work, juggling, doing a couple commercial jobs here and there, but maybe not as many as I'd liked or hoped for. um, I've got ideas, scripts, short films that I've filmed partly and I'm yet to finish. And in myself, there was a bit of frustration. I could feel myself like, what's going on? Am I losing the spark? Am I not able to um, regain that same spark? That when you're younger, 18, 19, etc., 20, um, and you've just got that energy and that hunger to kind of like just make things happen. And obviously, as you get older, you get more responsibilities. The nursery stage, the baby stage of kind of easing into things. For some people, they were thrown into a lot younger, 14, 15, 16. And for some people, they only kind of experience it as they transition out from maybe being looked after their family as much. For me, I've always had the reassurance that my mum and my family would have me if needed, but I've always kind of gone and got it. And I think this year was the first year I felt that I didn't really have the energy to go and get it myself. And I just kind of had used the time to heal and to really reflect, um, and just stayed consistent with, making sure my children and my family are looked after and there's food on the table, basic things like that. But and despite doing all of those things, there were times where I start to feel like, okay, so in doing so, I'm not doing exactly everything that maybe I want to do, which is more, you know, working on my films, producing great projects, whether that's in music, film, or content. But at the same time, there were some lessons that I had to learn, and I needed the silence to be able to really process what it is that I need to really do and apply to myself. Sometimes we blame external factors and this person or that person, or if I did this or etc. But really and truly, I think what I've come to terms with is that our destinies, it's written for us, and we are just going through the process. And what you can do is you can put in that extra work, you can stay consistent, you can block out the noise. You don't have to be entangled in the noise of social media or what's going on over there or over here. Like, sometimes just settle yourself and just chill, and even though I'm tired and I'm in the studio, this is a Sunday and I'm late and I'm just like, okay, I've made an effort to come over here today. I've got work tomorrow. Well, actually, I don't have work tomorrow, but I've got work the next day and the rest of the year, on New Year's Day. For me, it's like, what can I do? So today I knew that, for instance, today I had today off, and I can come here, I can make an effort, I can actually record something. Also want to big up my boy, Too Busy Gaming at the LAN party, because they gifted me as a Secret Santa this microphone from Shure, the MV6, and I'm really grateful for it, because one of the reasons why I hadn't really been recording videos as much is because the setup between wanting to get like a microphone that I could use that was good quality, and I didn't have to faff about with some of the smaller microphones, which could have worked, but were a little bit more fiddly to use. So shout out to him for obviously, thinking about me and getting that. I really appreciate that, to be honest. But even that, like for instance, I would have hoped to have gotten this sooner. And although yes, I could have made it work and stay consistent, I kind of took the time and maybe I haven't been able to drop as much content on the channel and stuff, or the kind of stuff I want to do, more creative, uh, shortcuts, snappy, etc. But really, what I want to do with this channel is provide you lot with an insight into my journey, and if it can help you to kind of keep moving forward and pushing forward, then I'm happy with that. The more fancy stuff, I'll build onto that and get to there. It's not hard for me to do it. It's just more planning and timing. But really and truly, this is just a message just to keep going, because it's the same message I tell myself every day in small ways. And some of the ways I do that to keep my motivation up are making little small notes, leaving them in different places. Um, you know, I use sometimes my WhatsApp and I write messages, to remind myself of what I need to do, which is to stay consistent. Everything I engage with, even on social media now, I've completely changed my algorithm where I consistently get videos and pictures motivating me to consistently put the work in and just keep going and just stay locked in. And And I'm realizing that, despite whether it's going to be 2023, 24, 25, 26, whatever year it is, it's the same thing. It's just block out the noise and just have your vision. And I feel like that was the vision I had when I was younger. I built Diamond Clear, my video production company, off of a whim of just wanting to do something and not caring too much about what's going on over there or what's going on over here. And I think over the years you get a little bit more connected and interlocked with what the industry is doing, what the standards are, what people usually expect, and it's just like bun all of that, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Who cares about that anymore? Like, I don't even care. Like, I'm just gonna do it my way, and this is kind of proof to show you what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm just gonna stay consistent in doing what I want to do and make a way and forge a way through sheer determination and just unshamefully just doing what I need to do to, if I release something gets minimal engagement, so what? Who cares anymore? Like, I'm turning 30 next year. Do you think I ever envisioned caring what people thought about me when I was younger? Not really. Like, I just did stuff because I just wanted to do it. And along the journey, people, engage, people come, people go. But that's just the way it is. You got to have that belief in yourself of whatever it is you're building. And that's one thing I will say, having surrounding yourself with great people, friends, um, is probably my secret weapon. Family, like they remind me that they still believe in what it is that I do, despite whatever situation you're in, whether you're working a part-time job and you're working a 9 to 5 or whatever, it's about the potential in you. And that, only that. They see the results of that. But time and time after again, you're gonna keep on doing what you need to do. You're gonna keep on going and you're gonna keep making things happen. So this is just a short message, go to the gym. If you can't afford the gym, work out at home. If you're a writer and you want to write, find 5 minutes to write. If you've got to put in a month's worth of work to be able to give yourself a bit of a break to be able to do what you need to do, work that time. Make a plan, stay consistent. As we get into the older years, you have more responsibility and unexpected things to sort and deal with, etc., and the pressures from life. And no matter what it is, I don't know why, but I always just figure out there is a plan that could be made to combat these things. I haven't got life figured out myself perfectly. I haven't, been able to do everything I wanted to do to generate the mad thing and be able to look after everyone. But I'm coming to realize that it doesn't matter, because as long as I'm joyful and there's a smile on my face, it will happen over time. So everything that's happened this year, have a moment to reflect on it, realize and understand that, like, there are phases and everything happens in due time, and that it's just about delayed gratification. You keep putting in the work and the work will speak for itself. That's all it is. I'm just sending you love to you, your family, sending, positive energy, and let 2025 just be the start of something different. If anything, it doesn't need to be major, it just needs to be small, consistent efforts. So with that, I want to just send a big love. Thank you for obviously being a part of this channel, and hopefully enjoy what I do next. Peace.